After defeating the Houston Astros in the American League Wild Card, we are set to take on the Minnesota Twins. This team is the best team in baseball on paper. This is a stacked starting rotation, a very good bullpen, and the lineup is filled with a bunch of speed and power and contact. I mean, this team is really good. I want to start today's episode out by saying that this Game 1 is going to be extremely laggy. I don't really know why. I think I was uploading one YouTube video and recording this one, and so while I was recording it, the frames are just really bad. But we're facing Corbin Burnes here in Game 1, a 3.7 ERA, 1.12 whip, 213 strikeouts on a season. Put together a Cy Young caliber season, as we got Luis Rengifo batting .222 and leading us off here as he watches the curveball across the plate for strike one. Corbin Burnes, one of the best pitchers in baseball, and Luis Rengifo is going to feel it right from the start. Looking on a slider, that's Mike Trout. Count is 0-2 here in the top of the first. He's had a pretty decent start to the postseason as he's going to hit this one to left field, and it will get down. That's Jake Fraley out there in left field. Yep, you can definitely tell that the frames have dropped a bunch here in Game 1. This is post-commentary, so there's really nothing that I can do about it other than just commentate over the choppy footage. As Alec Bohm will ground out, but he advances Trout to second. Patrick Wisdom still with not a hit here in the playoffs, and he's going to go down swinging on the circle change to end off the top of the first. And on our team, we got John Means going here in Game 1 of the American League Division Series. 4.19 ERA, 1.23 whip, which is pretty solid. Less than 100 strikeouts, though, which is kind of odd. As here's Nolan Jones now, the lefty that was acquired after year one from the Colorado Rockies, in which the Twins sent Edouard Julien to Denver. It's Amed Rosario, former Angel, played with us last season, had a very bad year, as it's going to be a perfect throw by Logan O'Hoppe to get Nolan Jones trying to steal second. So you pick up a base hit, and then a couple of plays later, you try swiping second, and Logan O'Hoppe nails you. As it's Amed Rosario still, 1-2 count, and as he's going to pop this one to center field, Mike Trout on a move to his right, and he will make the play for the second out. Man, this choppy footage is a pain to try and commentate over. It only does it when the camera changes. Right here, John Means, and then you see the choppy footage. Sean Skinner throws on the first to end the first inning. Yeah, when John Means is pitching, you really don't notice it, but it's as soon as the camera angle change or after we hit the ball, then the frames definitely start to drop. As Logan O'Hoppe will go down swinging on the cutter. Like I said, I think it gets better throughout the rest of this episode. Hopefully that's the last time I bring it up. Hopefully it doesn't get much worse. As here is Austin Hayes. He's still without a hit here in the playoffs. As he's going to hit this one to left center. Hit pretty well. 95 off the bat. But Buxton will have plenty of room to make the play to end the top of the second. And speaking of Byron Buxton, here we are. As he is batting cleanup for the Twins. And he's going to hit this one in the gap. Trout trying to cut it off, and he will. So we're going to limit Byron Buxton, the speedy Buxton, to only a single. If Trout didn't have the speed to get to that ball, it was an easy double. As this one's going to be a hit and run. Rengifo doesn't stand on second. He'll get Carlos Correa, but Buxton will advance to second as Ryan Jeffers comes to the plate. And Buxton's trying to steal third. Here's the throw by O'Hoppe, and he's in there safely as Bohm couldn't apply the tag fast enough. And it's a runner on third here for the Twins, and Ryan Jeffers will go down swinging. John Means is an out away from getting out of this jam that he's in. You know, he's the guy that can do it. As here's JT Realmuto, 3-2 count. And the slider misses. It's runners on the corner now with two away. John Means in his first jam of the postseason. Played for the Astros. I don't remember who he played for last year. He's going to get out of the inning, though. Brooks Lee's going to pop this one up to Alec Bohm. Hopefully he makes the play. And he will to end the second. So John Means gets out of the jam. Score is tied heading into the top of the third as Nolan Shanuel hit a grand slam against the Houston Astros. And I botched that commentary. As this is going to be another base hit for Shanuel. His hot start here and the postseason continues. How about Sean Skinner, 250 average? And this one's going to go to the backstop. It's going to be an advance for Nolan Shanuel. Runner on second here with nobody away. Perfect opportunity for the Angels to get, Corbin Burnes into some trouble. Here's Sean Skinner, and he's going to walk. So there's two runners on here in the top of the third with nobody out. Corbin Burnes in his first jam of the postseason. It's Rengifo's turn, 1-2 count. And he's going to pop this one up to the shortstop. That's Carlos Correa there to make the play. Nope, I lied. That's Brooks Lee. Carlos Correa, I think, is DHing in this game. As here's Mike Trout, 0 for 1, or 1 for 1 on the day, as he's going to hit this one to third. It's going to be a double play, a 5-4-3 double play to end the top of the third. Trout goes to 1 for 2 on the day. As we go bottom 3 now, it's Jake Fraley, the dangerous hitter. Not really that well against lefties, though, as John Means is going to pick up the strikeout. And you know it's something when John Means has 2 strikeouts and a little bit over 2 innings of pitching, because he's not known to be a strikeout pitcher. Nolan Jones is going to hit this one deep to left field. If it stays fair, it's gone, and it's off the foul pole. It's a home run for the Minnesota Twins, and Nolan Jones gives them the first lead of the game. 354 feet, opposite field bomb against John Means. I mean, that's an impressive home run hit right there by Nolan Jones, as he just muscles it to left field off the foul pole, and that will give the Twins a 1-0 lead here in game 1. As we go bottom 5 now, it's JT Realmuto, as he's going to hit this one deep to left field. Hayes drifting back, and he is there for the first out. As that one was hit pretty well, but the pitching has been really good in this game. That's why I advanced to the top of the 5th, as it's Brooks Lee who's 0 for 1. John Means looking to get out of the 5th inning here. This one's hit down the line. Moniak is there to make the play up against the wall. It's been a pitching duel for sure. Here's Jake Fraley to the plate, as he's going to hit this one on the ground to Bohm, who throws on to Shanuel. It's 5 really good innings by John Means, allowing the home run. That's just, 9 out of 10 times Nolan Jones is not going to be able to hit that one out there. That was just a rare occurrence right there. As Sean Skinner is going to go down looking, it's Corbin Burns with a strikeout, as he has his 6th strikeout here on the day. Here's Luis Rengifo. He's 0 for 2. 83 pitches into the game, as Burns is going to pick up another strikeout, strikeout number 7 on the day. We have struggled. Only 2 hits as a team in game 1 here at Target Field. As here's Trout, 1 for 2. Down in the count, 1-2, as he's going to go down swinging. It's another strikeout, as Corbin Burns will strike out the side to finish off the inning. Here's Jimmy Herget now with a very good season in the regular season. Pitched in 30 games, less than a 3 ERA, as he's facing Nolan Jones, and he's going to walk Nolan Jones to lead off the bottom half of the 6th. Nolan Jones has been really good here in this series. Ahmed Rosario's turn. He's 0 for 2, and he's going to go down swinging on the slider. It's a strikeout for Jimmy Herget, as it is Royce Lewis. Haven't called his name in today's one. And that's going to be another throw out by Logan O'Hoppe. Kind of like jumbled my words there. This is the first time we've seen Royce Lewis, the first time we've talked about him in this game, as this is going to be a strikeout for Jimmy Herget. Can't forget to mention Logan O'Hoppe's throw out on Nolan Jones for the 2nd time today. Only 5 combined hits through 6 innings, 1 run. Can somebody on this Angels lineup give us a boost here? That's Alec Bohm now to start off the top of the 7th, and he's going to walk to start off the top of the 7th. So there you go. That is how a rally will start. But the Twins will bring in Jorge Alcala, 1.89 ERA, .95 whip on the regular season. Only pitched in 17 games. Probably a playoff addition, really, as Wisdom will go down swinging at the high 96-mile-per-hour fastball for out number 1 in the inning. Mickey Moniak can hit righties pretty well with that 82 contact, as he is going to chop this one up the middle. The play is going to be made. It's a double play for the Twins to finish off the top of the 7th. And unfortunately, we can't take advantage of the leadoff walk, as here's Carlos Correa now, as he's going to chop this one on the ground to Bohm, who will throw on to Shanuel, and it will be an error for Alec Bohm, as Shanuel couldn't pick it out of the ground. The Twins with a runner on here with 1 out, and we will bring on Caleb Ferguson. 3.98 ERA, 1.33 whip on the season. Pitched in 43 games for us. Really good strikeout pitcher, but he did struggle at times, as he's going to give up a fly ball to Ryan Jeffers. Austin Hayes is there for the 2nd out here in the bottom of the 7th. Twins still have that 1 runner on base, and it's JT Realmuto to the plate. 1-0 count, as this one will be hit off of Bohm's glove, and Realmuto will reach first. It's 2 runners on with 2 away here in the bottom of the 7th, as the Twins are looking to get some insurance runs here. It's Brooks Lee, and he's going to pop this one up into foul territory. Shanuel there, and he makes the play for the final out of the 7th inning. The score remains 1-0, as here comes Griffin Jax. Pitched in 23 games, 3.6 ERA this year for the Twins, and it's Logan O'Hoppe to kick off the top of the 8th. O'Hoppe's had a pretty good playoff so far, and he's going to go down swinging on the slurve. Griffin Jax with a terrific pitch there. As here is Austin Hayes now. He's 0 for 2. Here's the pitch from Jax, and it's another strikeout for Griffin Jax. 2 strikeouts here in the 8th inning for him. And here is Nolan Shanuel, has a hit already in today's game. If there's one guy who's been clutch in the postseason, it's been Shanuel, but not this time, as it is going to be an inning-ending ground out to second. The Twins will have an opportunity to score some more here in the bottom of the 8th. Caleb Ferguson will stay in the game, as this one's going to be Fraley, a base hit. As Fraley's not really the guy that's going to do that against left-handed pitching, but he does it this time. As here's Nolan Jones now, 3-2, strike 3 looking. The four-seam was right down the middle, and Nolan Jones just really wasn't ready for it. As here's Ahmed Rosario, he's 0 for 3 on the day. Here's the 0-1 to him, as he's going to hit this one through the gap, and it's going to be a base knock for Ahmed Rosario. Runners on first and second with only one away. The Twins looking to add some runs here late in this game. And we'll bring on Eric Mott. He's already pitched in the postseason. He was somebody that we called up in September, and he has looked really good since joining the big league level. As Renifo is going to flip this one. No, he's not. He's just going to get Lewis at first. Runners on second and third, 2 in scoring position. And we're going to go ahead and walk the dangerous Byron Buxton. And that should bring Carlos Correa to the plate. I was like, who does it bring to the plate? 0 for 3. Bases juiced, 1-2 count. 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. Eric Mott, the pitch, and it's a strikeout. To finish off the 8th inning, the Angels need some runs here in the top of the 9th. Only 2 hits, only 8 combined hits in this game. The pitching has been very, very good, but it's going to be hard to score anything against the league's best closer, in my opinion, Johan Duran for the Minnesota Twins. This guy has been really good in real life, and he's been even better in the series here. 50 for 53 on saves this season. A 32% strikeout rate. Like I said, this guy is the best closer, at least in our series here. As we got Sean Skinner leading off the inning. He's going to hit this one to deep left. Actually hit pretty well off the bat. But the play will be made by Fraley for the first out here in the 9th inning. As here's Luis Renifo. He's 0 for 3. As here's the pitch from Duran. And he's going to hit this one down the line. It's fair. As Renifo is going to round first. He's heading to second. And he'll cruise into second with a 1-out double. And he is in scoring position for our 2, 3, and 4 hitters, which have been our best hitters pretty much all season long. And one of the best hitters in baseball, Mike Trout, comes to the plate here in the top of the 9th. He's down in the count 0-2. Johan Duran looking to close this game. Here's the pitch. And Trout does swing as he's going to go down to first on the drop third strike, but he's going to be thrown out anyway. That's 2 outs now on the top of the 9th. The Angels are down to their final strike as Bohm will foul this one away. 2-2 count. 2 outs. Runner on second here. Johan Duran and Alec Bohm facing off here. Here's the pitch from Duran, and Bohm is going to get a perfect swing. It's hit to left center field, and the play will be made by Jake Fraley. How can you call that a perfect swing, and it was still probably 20 feet from the warning track? You know, when I was playing that, when he hit that, I was like, no way, we just took the lead in the top of the 9th. And then the ball was like a casual left center fly ball, you know, like 20 feet from the track. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. The Twins win it 1-0, only 3 hits as a team. John Means was really good with 4 strikeouts, walking 1, gave up 3 hits. And then hitting, it was Renifo, Trout, and Shanuel, the only 3 guys to get hits in this one. An error by Alec Bohm. And then looking at the pitching, Caleb Ferguson gave up 3 hits, which is kind of worrisome, but overall, the pitching was good. Means, Herget, and Eric Mott did really well. As we go to Game 2 in the series, remember in the ALDS, it's best out of 5. So the Twins, if they win 2 more, would sweep us. I think it's very important that we take care of business here in Game 2, and we can head to Anaheim with an opportunity to win the next 2 games and win the series. As we're going to be facing off against Zach Gallen, we got Griffin Canning on the mound. Griffin Canning we signed to a pretty sizable contract, you could say, in the offseason. He's been with us the entire series, but he's been a very solid, consistent pitcher for us. As we're going to have Luis Renifo wearing the red uniforms leading off here against Zach Gallen. I think it's the best opportunity to kind of switch the uniforms up, seeing as how we lost Game 1 and are all grays. As Renifo, 2-2 count. Zach Gallen on the mound. Here's the pitch, and Renifo's going to hit this one to shallow right field. Not very shallow, but it's going to be a fly out here to kick off the first. And that's Mike Trout with a 250 average, facing off against, you know, one of the best pitchers in baseball alongside Corbin Burns and pretty much this entire rotation. As Trout will ground out, and it's Alec Bohm's turn here in the top of the first. He's got a 250 average as well so far this postseason. as he's going to hit this one to literally like the same spot he hit the perfect swing. So, yeah, you tell me how that last swing by Alec Bohm was a perfect, because it definitely wasn't. As Griffin Canning, you know, he's as average gets with a 12-12 record, around a 4 ERA on the season. He's been decent for us. He's a pretty solid number 5 in the rotation. He's no longer that number 3 guy like he was in year 1. He's definitely like your number 5 guy. As we're going to kick this game off by getting Nolan Jones out, which is a good start, followed by a strikeout by Ahmed Rosario. It's 2 quick outs for Griffin Canning, as that will bring Byron Buxton to the plate. 333 average so far in the postseason, and he's going to walk here in the bottom of the first. So you put speed on first base, and that's going to bring... Nope, that was Royce Lewis. This is Byron Buxton. Byron Buxton will hit this one to Rengifo, and Rengifo is going to make the play. So I switched him up because I think I fell for that in the wild card episode as well. It said on deck, and I said that guy's name was batting. Whatever, Mickey Moniak in the top of the second now, as he's going to go down looking. It's the knuckle curve by Zach Gallen to pick up the first out of the inning. And we're going to have Patrick Wisdom batting 6th in this game. He has not picked up a hit at all in the postseason. And that's going to change right now, as this one's going to get down in the gap. It's going to be a 2-out double for Patrick Wisdom as he cruises into second with ease. That's what you need, 102 off the bat. That's how you break out of a slump here in the playoffs. As he's excited about it. How about J.D. Davis now getting the start out and left after Austin Hayes has just really struggled so far in the playoffs. So here's J.D. Davis. Here's the pitch as he's going to hit this one back up the middle. It gets through. Here is Patrick Wisdom rounding third. The throw from Buxton, and he is safe at the plate. It's 1-0. The Angels lead in this game, and it's good to finally get a run scored here against the Twins, as Zach Gallen was inches away from being able to make that play. And had he made that play, it would have been an inning-ending ground out to the pitcher. As here's Nolan Shanuel now, as he's going to hit this one back up the middle, and it will get down. It's another base hit for the Angels, the 3rd of the inning. That is the same amount of hits that we had all of game 1. As here is Sean Skinner, 200 average on the season, 2 runners on for him. Doesn't have the best clutch, as Skinner's going to hit this one to left field. It's going to go foul, and Fraley's going to make the play to end the top of the second. So J.D. Davis will give us the lead, though, which we definitely needed. As we go bottom 2 now, it's Matt Wallner playing here in game 2, as he's going to hit this one to right center field, and it's going to get down. It's going to be a 1-out double here for the Twins as he try to turn it into a triple. No, he'll hold up at second, as the Twins with a scoring opportunity after we scored 1 in the top of the second. The Twins trying to score 1 in the bottom of the second. Here is Fraley. Pitch misses, and that's going to be 2 runners on now with only 1 out for Griffin Canning. As here's Carlos Correa batting 8th for the Twins, and he's going to go down swinging on the slider. A perfect pitch by Griffin Canning, as that makes it 2 away now. And the bottom of the second is JT Realmuto. Here's the pitch, strike. Nope. What in the world am I talking about? J.D. Davis is going to make the play in left field. Holy crap, what am I talking about? I promise you, I'm not on any substances that you guys should know about. I promise you, Nolan Jones to the plate now, as that's going to be a strikeout. He goes down looking to kick off the bottom of the 3rd. Here's Ahmed Rosario now. Here's the pitch, and he's going to swing. It's 2 outs, and it's 2 quick strikeouts for Griffin Canning. By the way, I thought JT Realmuto struck out there because he swung so early. I wasn't expecting him to hit it, and it's going to be a strikeout the side inning for Griffin Canning. And then I do want to mention, I recorded this probably a week ago, so I kind of forgot what happened, so I'm kind of commentating over it like I've seen it for the first time. As we go top 5 now, it's been another pitching battle here. J.D. Davis will go down swinging. When both pitchers are dominating, there's really nothing to show. They're not really getting strikeouts, so the only thing I can really show is base hits and the occasional play made in the field, as Shanuel is going to pick himself up a double here in the top of the 5th. The last time we had a double in this game, we were able to extend a lead to 1-0. As here's Sean Skinner now. He's 0 for 1. 65 pitches into the game for Gallen. This one's hit to Royce Lewis at 3rd, and he'll make the play. It's 2 outs now for Gallen. And it's up to Luis Rengifo to continue the inning here in the top of the 5th. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Here's the pitch. And Rengifo, that's a pitch to hit. He is at the right field, but it's going to be stopped in right field. It's Nolan Jones able to make the play to finish off the top of the 5th. As we go bottom 5 is JT Realmuto. He hits this one back up the middle. It's a base hit with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. As it will turn the lineup over to the top again. It's Nolan Jones 0 for 2. as he's going to get under this one a little too much. Trout is there to make the play in center field for the second out of the fifth inning. As it's going to be Ahmed Rosario coming to the plate. 2 strikeouts so far. He's 0 for 2, and he has not been good so far in the postseason. As he's going to hit this one to center field. Trout on the move to his right, and he's there to make the play to end the fifth inning. The score remains 1-0. The pitching has been dominant, and we're going to bring in one of the most dominant pitchers in our rotation/bullpen. It's Chase Silseth. He pitched in Game 1 against the Astros and did not even allow a hit, as he's going to strike out Royce Lewis with that excellent splitter of his to kick off the bottom half of the sixth. It's Byron Buxton's turn now, as he's going to hit this one to Skinner, who will make the play for the second out. So Chase Silseth continuing his hot start here in the playoffs. It's Ryan Jeffers, as he's going to chop this one to Skinner. He charges, sets his feet, fires the first for the final inning of the sixth inning. It's 1-0. The Angels still lead this game. We have only given up 2 hits to the Twins. We have 4 for ourselves. 3 of them came in the second inning, as the Twins will bring on Brock Stewart, and it's Logan O'Hoppe to face him. O'Hoppe is 0 for 2 so far today. Remember, he's shown some power in the playoffs. Not this time, though, as he's going to pop this one up to Rosario for the first out of the 7th inning. Rosario, I'm kind of disappointed it didn't really work out for us. As here is Patrick Wisdom, as he's going to watch ball 4, and he is aboard here in the 7th inning for the second time in today's game. As here's J.D. Davis. He's got himself an RBI so far in this one. Here is the pitch, and he's going to go down looking at the 98-mile-per-hour fastball. The second out of the 7th inning, as Shanuel will come to the plate. He's 2 for 2. He's had an excellent day, and as he's going to go down on a check swing. I didn't think he went around, but the home plate umpire, he doesn't agree with us. As here comes Trevor McGill now for the Minnesota Twins. And I'm going to tell you right now, Trevor McGill, he's like a 66 overall, but this dude throws gas. He's like 6'9". He's hard to face. Skinner's going to show you 102 was the pitch there for Trevor McGill. I'd love to have him in my bullpen. As here's Luis Rengifo. He is 0 for 3. Has not really performed that well here in this game. As he's going to hit this one to right field. It's hit pretty well. Jones back to the track, and he is right there in front of the warning track to make the play. As here's Mike Trout now, 3-1. Count upcoming. He's 0 for 3 on the day. As Trout's going to hit this one to deep center field, 99 off the bat, and Buxton will have plenty of room to make the play. Trevor McGill's got some velocity, but he gave up some hard hits. Some hard hits off the bat. They weren't hits in the end. As Skinner is going to lay out, throw to first. An excellent play by Sean Skinner. You may be looking at our starting shortstop of the future right there. That is an excellent play here in the bottom of the 8th. That looked like an easy base hit for Real Muto. Skinner lays out, sidearms it from the grass. If he can work on that bat a little bit, he could be the shortstop of the future over a guy like Zach Neto, who we really haven't seen in the postseason at all. But Nolan Jones will pick up a base hit. Chase Silseth now working on Ahmed Rosario. Here's the pitch, as there goes Jones. Not this time, he says to O'Hoppe. It's a stolen base, and it puts him in scoring position here in the bottom of the 8th. The Twins need a run here. Here's the pitch to Rosario, and that's going to be strike 3 looking on the four-seam fastball. As it's going to be a pitching changeup coming. Tanner Scott will come in, a 1.1 ERA, 0.88 whip on the season. If this guy was pitching as a closer the whole season, he probably would have been an all-star or maybe even the best reliever. But in this situation, he's going to give up a base hit, as this one will tie the game in the bottom of the 8th. Royce Lewis coming in clutch, only 78 miles per hour off the bat. And unfortunately, the game is tied in the bottom of the 8th. A very poor start for Tanner Scott here in the postseason, as Buxton will hit this one to right center field. Trout's there to make the play. As we'll head to the 9th inning with a tie game. Royce Lewis ties it up for the Twins. Here's Alec Bohm facing Trevor McGill. Here's the pitch, as he's going to chop this one to the shortstop. I think that is Correa playing there today. Brooks Lee, I don't think, got the start at short. As here's Mickey Moniak now. He's 0 for 3 facing off against McGill, as he's going to hit this one to right center. It's hit pretty well, but Buxton will run it down with that excellent speed of his for the second out of the 9th inning. As here comes Patrick Wisdom now. Patrick Wisdom's on deck. I'm not going to fall for that one again. It's Logan O'Hoppe, 3-1 count, as he's going to hit this one to right field. Nolan Jones is there, as the only option now is this game is over after this inning. or we're going to extra innings. As here's Ryan Jeffers. He's going to chop this one to Rengifo for the first out of the bottom of the ninth. I really don't want to give up a walk-off. Allowing the Twins to have a 2-0 series lead would just be terrible. As Matt Wallner is going to hit this one to left center. J.D. Davis is there to make the play. It's the second out of the bottom of the ninth, and it's down to Jake Fraley here. 1-2 count. As he goes down swinging, we're heading to extra innings here in Game 2 of the American League Division Series. 8 combined hits, 4 hits apiece for both of these guys. 1-1 the score. You can't get much better than this right here. As it's Patrick Wisdom now, 1 for 2 with a double in this game. He's also walked, so he's reached 2 times in this one. As here's Trevor McGill still in the game for the Twins. As this one's hit deep to left center field. Hard off the bat, and it is gone. The Angels have the lead in the top of the 10th in Game 2 of the ALDS. 415 feet, 111 miles per hour off the bat. And Patrick Wisdom before this game was hitless in all 3 postseason games. Now he has 2 hits, and he has given us the lead here in the top of the 10th. The first home run of the postseason for Patrick Wisdom, and it gives us the lead. You see a fastball so many times by a guy who throws the ball hard. All you got to do is time it up one time. And once you get that opportunity, you're going to crush one out of the stadium. Patrick Wisdom gives us the lead as they'll bring on Jorge Alcala now, as he pitched in 1 inning in Game 1 and was pretty good, striking out half the batters he faced. As it's John Skinner now. Alcala has 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Skinner hits this one down the line. Royce Lewis throws the first and makes the play. We go to the bottom of the 10th, and we will have another opportunity to close these guys out. And it's Andrew Wantz. He's pitched in 1 inning, and he has a 100% strikeout rate so far in the postseason. He's been a pretty reliable guy for us in the series. Here we go. It's Carlos Correa 0 for 3, as he's going to chop this one to Skinner, who will set his feet and fire to first for the first out. In the bottom of the 10th, the Twins down to their final 2 outs. And it's going to be JT Realmuto. 3-1 count. Here's the pitch. And he'll go. Nope, he's going to watch it. I keep messing up commentating parts with JT Realmuto. It's a walk. As here's Nolan Jones. Realmuto trying to steal second. And he's in there safely. It's a runner in scoring position with only 1 away for the Minnesota Twins. As it is Nolan Jones. 3-2. Here's the pitch by Wantz. Strike 3 looking. 2 away as Andrew Wantz throws the 4-seam fastball right down the middle, and Nolan Jones just was not ready for it. As here's Ahmed Rosario. Here's the pitch. As that one missed the zone. Andrew Wantz is not happy with that one. I wasn't happy with it when it happened. Here's the 3-2 now to Ahmed Rosario. And it's going to be another walked batter here in the bottom of the 10th. It's 2 on, 2 outs for the 3-hitter, Royce Lewis. He was the one that tied the game up in the 8th inning, and he has the opportunity to do it again in the 10th inning. Here's the pitch, and this one he's going to be poked to shallow center. Skinner is there to make the play, and the Angels will win Game 2 of the American League Division Series. That one was poked to center, and Skinner made the play. Try saying that 3 times fast. The Angels win. That was a much-needed win. Once again, only 9 combined hits on the game, and the pitching has been the focus point of Game 1 and Game 2. Well, are we going to see any more offense than what we saw? As Wisdom picked up 2 hits alongside Nolan Shanuel. J.D. Davis had 1 as well. And then looking at the pitching, Griffin Canning was excellent. Chase Silseth was even pretty solid himself. Gave up the earned run, though. But it was Tanner Scott who gave up the hit. Kind of like iffy if you really want to blame Silseth there. I know it is charged against him, but it is what it is. As the series is tied 1-1, we're going to head to Anaheim in the next episode. We're going to be facing off against Pablo Lopez. We'll have Michael King on the mound. We did not see much offense in Game 1 and Game 2. The question is, will we see more offense in Game 3 and Game 4? The next episode will be Game 3 and Game 4. And if there is a Game 5, it's going to be a live commentary episode just doing Game 5 of the American League Division Series. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in Anaheim for Games 3 and Game 4 of the American League Division Series. See ya.